Hello. And welcome to the Barley Roast.
Wow. Such a... Hello.
I'm Damien Coleman.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm Lee Fabian.
I'm Ron Burgundy. No, I'm Phil Bourne. What is this? What is this shit? It's a High Alai. It's a Cigar City.
High Alai.
Yeah, today we're drinking Cigar City's
Alai.
White Oak High Alai, which Cigar City is out of Tampa.
Do we also make cigars?
They do not,
Why is it called Cigar City?
because there is a I don't remember what the name of.
Is there a lot of cigar shops over there in Tampa?
There are cigars that are made in Tampa.
Oh. Torpedoes?
Yeah, like all of them. Like I don't remember what.
Cubans are not made in Tampa.
They're made in Cuba.
Anyway, so Cigar City has an IPA
Cheers.
called High Alai.
Cheers. We're gonna cheers again. Cheers we go. Here we go.
I think we should cheer before we taste every beer.
You know.
I guess we'll start
I
doing
get
that.
Wow, it's got a lot of floral notes. The smell.
Woo! Oh yeah.
That's hoppy.
I like that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's
It's
one of my
hoppy.
favorites. But no,
Anyway, yeah, go on.
yeah, Cigar City has a has High Alai, which they put out.
Perfect.
They put out year
What
round.
effect?
This one, they rest it on White Oak, which rested is usually around 6 months aging.
What does that
If I remember
mean?
correctly.
Resting it on white oak.
It's usually
They
you age
bathe
it for 6 months in oak barrels,
White oak barrel.
typically.
Okay.
That's typically
White
what
oak
rested means.
barrel.
I don't remember exactly what it means for beer. I
Are
assume
you
it's the
telling me
same
that
as
they're just
liquor.
putting logs of fucking white oak in there and you let it soak? Soak.
Soap.
So, let it soak.
All day.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh
That's,
man, all day,
It's
all
good.
day. My words
It's a
have
little
just been
bitter.
the
A
worst.
little bit.
Phil is bad with words today.
Oh god.
No, but this one they rested in white oak, which gives you it gives off some like a little more citrusy and like vanilla flavors, which it's so fucking good. They only put this out once a
Definitely
year.
got a lot of that citrus flavor. It's
can
got the
taste the
it's
citrus.
got the citrus flavor more in the after. You've got more of that like citrus like back to the side's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it makes you
I
salivate
can
a lot
see it,
more.
yeah.
But that initial taste has definitely got that vanilla. You can definitely feel like the taste. Feel
Yeah.
that. It's a kind of a heavy bodied beer because it's an IPA and because it's so IPA.
Yeah.
It is so
It's-
IPA.
Yeah.
It's not the most
it's-
IPA thing I've
No,
ever
well,
tried.
no, yeah.
But it's very close to what High Alai is normally.
Yeah.
It's almost smoother than High Alai,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially cold. Oh god. I couldn't. At room temperature, this is probably very good too. Like at like what you should be drinking IPAs
Huh.
at, which is not like room temperature, but like
It's a little
warmed
cold.
up a little bit more.
Yeah, you
You
usually
drink
want to be drinking
IPAs?
like stouts and porters at room temperature, and IPAs a little bit colder,
Huh.
like around like 48 or so.
It's more of like it's been poured and you've got 4 or 5 minutes that's been sitting there kind of warming up a little bit.
Yeah.
With porters and stouts, you want to let it sit for like 5, 10, 15 minutes, like get warm.
Yeah, little
Yeah,
heat.
and of course we're going to readdress this toward the end of the episode for that exact reason.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if I don't drink it all.
well, slow it down a little bit. But yeah, I fucking love this beer. They only put it out during the springtime too. Like they only put it out
Springtime.
once a year.
Really?
This is pretty much their spring release.
This has also got a lot of
The can is very spring. No,
Stuff
the can
in
is
it.
very winter looking.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of sediment in it.
It's not even sediment. It's just
Not
like
much though.
it's
I
not.
think-
It's not so much sediment. It's more of like. Yeah, I guess it would be
has a lot
sediment,
of things.
but it's not moving. It's
A lot
not
of
like
stuff.
settling. It's just kind of stagnantly staying in the beer.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like Jello.
It kind of looks like Jello. It kind of looks. Yeah. It
It
does.
makes
Yeah.
it sound so appealing to drink, but
I guess that's accurate. Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
well, like, but it doesn't. The salmon doesn't move when you wiggle the beer. It just stays in place. Well, I
it
mean,
moves with the movement of the liquid.
yeah, like
sir.
Jello.
Okay, Bill Cosby.
With
Don't
the
make me get
movement
the
of
Cosby
Jello.
Don't make me get the Cosby sweater out.
Oh,
Not today.
Not today.
It's not cold
please.
enough for getting into
Not
that
today.
Florida summertime. Where
Yeah,
it's like,
spring.
We had a weird cold snap like late.
We
this year.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Really late.
I mean, I fucking loved it, but
was
like
nice.
it was
It was
bizarre.
It was strange,
It
yeah.
just came out of
strange.
nowhere.
yeah.
Like,
but-
usually it's like the end of January, February. But
Usually January, February is our cold season.
Oh god.
Cold.
I'm gonna
yeah,
sneeze.
cold.
Yeah, that's when we have like 4 days where it drops down to
Yeah.
50.
Enjoy
But
the
it
Florida.
actually got kind of cold a few times this
Yeah,
year.
no, it
Like,
did.
I
Oh
think
man, we send Snapchats, me and my buddies, my paintball guys. We send Snapchats to my friends that are up north. And
Oh, yeah.
like Ohio and Michigan.
Oh, where they're like
And they're
6
like-
feet
They're
deep in
like,
snow.
yeah, I'm going outside. I'm like, man, this blizzard is difficult. Picture of the sun.
no
Wow.
cloud, no clouds.
Because a lot of us live in Florida. Like, my buddy Dylan lives in Naples, so it's basically just directly across the state
Yeah.
from us.
We did have that one. I think it was like 2 or 3 days where it was like in the I think like the 20s or something. It snowed.
When?
It snowed in fucking Daytona.
In Upper Florida, sure.
Daytona's not that far upper Florida. It's like just north of
3
Orlando.
hours away. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were still at like 30 degrees here.
I think Daytona is still technically Central Florida.
It is Central Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Still Upper Florida. It's upper compared to where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is South
Or a
Florida.
little Cuba. What do you mean?
Little Cuba.
No, that's Miami.
Yeah. We're North Miami and Miami is North Cuba.
Yeah, we kind of are North Miami. Depends on where you are. Depends on where you are.
Yeah, Florida's so fucking weird.
Florida's the strangest place on earth.
Strange.
I mean, come on. The Florida man?
Yeah.
Quality meme.
Quality.
but
Sometimes I troll through
it's also not
Florida.
even a meme.
It's
I found out
'Cause
why.
It's truth.
it's news.
Yeah.
It's actually things that have happened.
It's truth. It's actual things that have
Oh,
happened.
man.
I found out why there are so many Florida man stories and not many other like Nebraska man stories. It's because Florida is the only state that doesn't have privatized news.
Rustic wood
Any-
So just
any-
any news.
Anybody from any other state can take a Florida story and publish it as their own.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like all that other crazy shit that we get in Florida happens in other states. You just don't hear about it.
Yeah. That sounds about right. I'd like to think it's just Florida.
No.
I'd like to think that the heat just drives everyone crazy down here.
No, Florida's just also really bad.
It's also all the heroin.
It's because
The
okay,
heroin.
it's because Florida, especially South Florida, has the highest population of drug rehab centers. Like we are known for our drug rehab centers. Oh my God!
Sounds
Have
about
you
right.
been to Singer Island since?
No.
Oh God! So they bought up a bunch of condos. A bunch of these like rehab centers bought up a bunch of the condos, and there are. It's like
Rehab.
user,
After
user,
rehab.
user, tourist, user, tourist. He's probably a user too. User,
A user
meth addict.
and a tourist.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad. It used to be beautiful. It used to be a nice place to go to Blowing Rock, all that. But it has just gotten so gnarly. Like there is, you
Dude,
can't
I
go
didn't
anywhere
realize
without
before
finding
there
like
was so-
a cracked out fucking person just walking around like fucked up, super
I
fucked
didn't
up.
realize.
Constant.
I didn't realize the drug scene was so big.
Lake Worth has the
Yeah.
highest.
Well, okay, Lake Worth.
Lake
Okay,
Worth has the
Worth.
highest heroin overdoses in the entire United States.
Yeah.
I don't know. I knew this. What am I?
I used to live there. I was a kid. It wasn't as bad then.
No.
It was still pretty bad,
No,
but it
no.
wasn't as bad.
So my sister used to run calls at. She used to like volunteer and stuff with Lake Worth and everything, and every other shift she would have an OD, at least 2. Every other shift, and that's like every other day.
Yeah, because it's.
That's
Was
bad.
she
Yeah,
doing
that's
the
bad.
24
Bad.
on 48 off?
No, so with the volunteers, I'm pretty sure you go in and make your own schedule. Because
Okay.
like you volunteer, so that way you get like credentials to go and like be recognized by different departments. Like I put this much time, ride time, and like practice time into going and doing all of these things.
Oh, okay.
Please hire me.
Mhm.
I'm this experienced. I've
I
kept
can
up
do
with-
this.
Yeah,
Please.
I've kept up with all of my certifications, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and even then, it was still like a year before between like out of academy to getting hired, right? For her, at least. It was a good long while.
Sometimes it takes a while.
Not in a year. It wasn't that bad. It's like 6 months. Still some
I
time.
thought it was longer.
Oh, some people take some time, man. You have to and you have to make sure your certifications are up to date, like every year or every 2 years.
They tell you.
It's crazy.
Because I have a number of friends that are firefighters and EMTs, and they tell you like as soon as you're done, like as soon as you graduate the academy, like volunteer, do anything to get your foot in the door, just like to keep your certifications going, so you don't have to do the whole course again. Just do something.
Oh man.
Just until you get hired, just keep going. Do something.
Just do something. Just do something. Don't get discouraged, guys. Motivation.
Yeah.
Well, it's like anything. Okay, so I was looking at something earlier that was talking about like income versus how much rent is, like what the federal government says like rent should cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a quarter of your income, I think.
Yeah, well,
which is
it's
fucking ridiculous.
That's fucking ridiculous, and it's also difficult when it's like, okay, so you should be able, like, we expect you all to be living in the ability to pay for houses and things like that, where you're like making almost $30 an hour, where like, for the amount of stuff that you should be paying for, you should be making $30 an hour. But federally, we're only making 8, 9.
Yeah.
What is our minimum wage?
Our state,
is
I believe,
9
was last I checked, it was like $7.80.
Oh, minimum wage?
It's 8.
For the
It's
state,
8.
last I checked,
it was
okay.
It's 8. It's gotta be 8. I'm gonna check this right now.
Oh,
Granted, this was years ago that I last checked it. I'm pretty sure it bumped up.
So it's higher than that.
I'm checking it now. Not iTunes. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it bumped up since then. But last I checked, it was like $7.85.
Not in Excel.
Because for federal is like it's like 9 or 10 something, I think.
Yeah, so it probably did bump up at some point. Because I know it's always been different state to state.
805, 2015.
805, there you go.
That's 2015. That was
What's the minimum wage right now? 2018. 825. So it raised 20 cents.
That's the Florida one?
Yeah. Since
What's
January
federal?
1st.
Federal is, you said 815?
No, federal I thought was like 9. I think that sounds too high. That sounds too high, but like,
if it were federal, then that would be ours. Because usually the federal is sets the minimum, and then the states like adjust based on whatever. But yeah, like I saw something similar where it was like, these are your like household amenities.
Amenities, yeah, amenities.
And like rent and expenses, like this is what you should be paying based on your income.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, based on that, your general guy should be making $30 an hour, and if that's the case, we'd all be fucking rich.
Yeah, we'd all be
like.
Well, the federal minimum wage remains at $7.25 per hour. Some states have opted to increase it to more than $10. Minimum wage workers in 18 states will get a pay hike next week. When higher wage floors go into effect around the country for 2018. This is January 2nd. And that's through...
a lot lower than I thought it was.
Oh, God, it's not believable. It's the Huffington Post.
Oh, fuck.
Never mind.
The fucking Huffington Post.
So, Huffington.
That, remember that whole controversy about raising minimum wage to $15 an hour?
Yeah.
There have been a few cities that have like tested it over the last few years, namely Seattle and New York.
I think I heard
are
about
like
that.
the two major
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, so this is through...
And there were a couple other smaller
So
cities.
$7.25 an hour.
Like there was one in like California, and I think one in like, I don't even know. There was like 6 or 7 different cities that tested it out.
For a 40-hour work week, you only make $290. That's $7.25 an hour. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just heartbreaking.
I'm sorry.
That's heartbreaking.
$290 isn't even my weekly rent. Like, bi-weekly rent. Like, that's not even a car payment.
That's
Yeah.
Well, yeah, drink some beer to that.
Yeah.
Drink some beer to that, too.
That's crazy.
But what I was saying was,
You
there-
annually only make $15,080.
Yep.
Phil's getting heated.
Phil's
He's
getting Miami
dabbing.
heated.
I like it. Go on.
But yeah, so like one of the major
Some fucking
arguments
words.
against raising the minimum wage to 15 an hour was like, oh, like prices will raise or like your job will get replaced or whatever. But like the major one being that like prices will raise and like there would be price gouging and shit like that. Oh god,
Surprise gummy worms?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. But
Alright. I'll eat another gummy worm, look fat on camera.
so when they tested it in Seattle was the first one to do it, and then I think New York was the next to follow. Both cities prices raised a little bit initially, but then evened out.
Mhm.
And their economies stabilized. Like there was no real dip. Like they saw the same like highs and lows based on like their seasons and sales and
Yeah.
everything like that.
You're talking about
And the smaller cities that tested it saw those spikes and did not pan out.
Oh, wow.
So
smaller cities.
the more metropolitan, like touristy areas, completely unaffected.
perfect. Do it to Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the more local areas that don't have a whole
West
lot of
Palm
like
is super
outside
touristy.
income.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, like they did not.
Because I feel like, big cities, they have so much more people spending money on things and
Yeah.
You've got higher
doing
traffic
all that
of people.
stuff. And yeah, exactly. High traffic of people, so...
You've got people that are coming in to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need
Exactly.
to raise the prices because
My
you
God.
still have that
still
same
have
amount.
the-
Yeah.
people that
Let's
like,
talk
small
about
towns.
the boat market here in Florida.
Oh
You
my
want to
fucking
talk?
God.
You want to talk about people that come in and or just spend money? Oh my God!
Oh, definitely.
I didn't know. I had no idea. My manager, me, and sat there and we just sat there and talked at the restaurant. Like
Andy Flack, like
it's freaking crazy.
he just repairs boats. Like
You
he,
make-
he
No,
sails,
yeah.
he repairs. Like yeah, that
Like
One of
hand
my-
over fist
one of my-
money.
one of my
They're just like
friends-
fix my boat.
yeah.
Here's a bag of cash.
Half the time it's not even repairs. It's usually just general maintenance, just like cleaning off the sides of the boat, like just like running the engine so that it doesn't
Kind of
seize.
silly on the side. Clean it. Some silliness has gotten there.
Yeah, it's
What were you
like
saying, your friend?
yeah.
Oh, my friend's stepdad, I think. He used to go and like repair and clean boats and stuff, and he made pretty good living,
Yeah,
except in like apparently for winter.
Well,
that's why they
Yeah,
say
no
like
knowing
you
boating.
don't want to be the guy that owns the boat. You want to be
Yeah.
the friend of the guy that owns the boat. You want to be the guy that shows up with the 6-pack, gets a high five, hangs out
Exactly,
for a
hangs
day.
out on the boat.
You don't want to
Hangs
own the
out.
boat because
No,
you're just
that's too
pouring money into just a
too much
bottomless
maintenance.
pit.
Too much maintenance.
Yeah.
Unless you really
Yeah,
love boats.
so like the depreciation value of boats is ridiculous too. But like I have people that come into my restaurant. It's all these boat salesmen and they sell these things for exuberant amount of money.
Oh,
monies.
definitely.
Monies. It's not even like comprehensible at this point. Like you spend how much money
on a boat.
on a boat? You can't even drive. You can't drive it every day. When are you gonna take it? 4 weeks from now? You're gonna go out on your boat 4 weeks from now?
You're gonna go on.
You gotta watch the weather
Go on
pattern to make
boat
sure you
ride.
can fucking not capsize your fucking fat ass boat.
Hey, to some,
What are we doing?
to some people, it's worth it. They're like going on the boat. They go on it like every week,
They're,
like every day of a weekend.
Boats are rich people things.
There,
is, but
so
it's
there,
people
there was
think,
this one
yeah.
guy that he was like a family friend of Nick's. Like Nick was telling me about.
Nick
him.
Rappaport?
Yeah, Nick
Rapper-
Rapper.
Rapper-
Nick
Nick Rappaport?
Nick Rappaport.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no one can ever say his name right.
Nick Rappold.
Rappaport.
Because it's also like fucked up on Facebook.
It's like Nick. Rappaport.
It's like Niche Rappaport.
N-I-C-H, yeah.
Yeah. But
Rappaport.
yeah, it was like a family friend of his.
My mom
where,
always says his name. Rappaport. No, not Rappaport. It's Rappapold.
Rappapapult.
Rappapold. It's a triplet. Rappapold.
But Nick was telling me about I'm pretty sure it was like a family friend of theirs where he it was, I think he just like went through like a divorce or some shit, I don't remember, but he bought himself a sailboat, left, was gone for like 3 weeks, came back, found a realtor, said sell my house, canceled his car payments, canceled his credit cards, and was gone for like 8 more months.
Wow.
Before they saw him again. He came back, had a new girlfriend. That was just he just had a like he just had like a fishing rod and a water filter, and he's been sailing around the Caribbean with his new girlfriend ever since.
You catch your own food,
That's
you
pretty
cook
good,
that
yeah.
food right there,
And he's
perfect.
surrounded by water, he just filters it out like he's got everything he needs.
Not
He doesn't
even that.
spend
You
money.
live
he
it.
just-
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
you catch a few things that people want, you trade it for things that
Yeah.
you need.
Like he just sails.
Done.
He
Barter
just
system
goes
is real,
island to
guys.
island.
The
Yeah.
barter system is a real. It's
It's a
better
real
than currency.
thing. Yeah.
it's better than currency.
Money sucks.
Currency. It's fucking cotton. You wear cotton. Like, are you kidding me? God, John.
It literally only has value because everyone thinks it has value.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I know that.
So
weird. Anyway,
Moral of the story.
Got a little weird.
moral of the story: buy a boat, sail around the Caribbean, catch your food, filter your water, and just fuck money and fuck working.
Grow your own food anyway. Like,
Oh yeah.
grow your own vegetables. Grow your own fucking basil. Grow your own like spices. It's so easy. It's so easy.
Just
Be
live,
independent.
on the ocean.
Unless you live
Get a sailboat. Live,
Live
on
off
the
the
ocean.
land.
Water world. It's coming. It's the future. We're melting polarized caps.
Or Mad
Water
Max.
world.
Or Mad Max.
Oh God, I see Waterworld more than
We have
Mad Max would be if
global
we all
warming
nuked
and
each
stuff.
other.
Yeah.
Probably
Absolutely.
more plausible.
We could fall out it.
So,
We could be super mutants.
final thoughts. What are we thinking?
On this beer?
I like
Yeah.
it. I mean, it's okay. I mean, yeah. It's okay.
It's-
You don't
not
like
your thing.
IPAs.
Yeah.
You're still new to IPAs. You're starting to get a taste for them though. Like
I've liked a few.
Really?
I've liked a few.
As it's gotten warmer,
It has got. It
definitely-
does taste a little better now that it's a little warmer.
No.
I will say that.
Yeah.
I like it a little more now, but it's a little warmer.
You've got a lot more of that citrus flavor as it's gotten warmer. Like
yeah.
the citrus almost overtakes
I like the
vanilla.
citrusy.
You like the citrusy?
I like the citrusy.
And you don't like IPAs?
There are a lot of citrusy
Damn it, go
IPAs. There are a lot of really citrusy
Hi,
IPAs.
everybody.
Like Citra Hop specifically is a citry.
Citra
Oh yeah,
hops.
Citra hops.
Yeah.
That's what when we went to that bar. They had the Citra hops.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
Those were very good.
No, like Citra Hops is a good strain
Let's
of
go
hops.
this week.
Well,
All right, when?
plans.
Where do you want to go? Wednesday, Thursday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I get out at 9:30. Let's see what time they close.
I'm pretty sure they're open until like midnight at least.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll check their hours.
Roll Palm Brewing?
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
you should join us.
Yes, you should.
There's a
On
new brewery,
Wednesday?
local.
Oh yeah, no, someone was telling me about that.
Yeah,
Fantastic. We were.
it's really good.
We were
Yeah,
talking
we-
about it last week.
Yeah, we did.
Because we went there on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah,
Drunk as
yeah, that's
shit.
right. I'm
Well,
wearing
I
our
was cooking
coats.
food. But the guy that was there, the guy that owns we could go to Accomplice and we could
We
talk
could.
to those people and they would know who we are.
yeah.
They would recognize.
They would, because
And
of Brandon and his
honored-
ridiculous's.
be
Like
honored by
the
your
fact that I
presence.
was sitting there, I was like talking to them. I used to make shirts for their friend Jim, Mr. Pirate Life himself. Blow up
Oh,
fucking
fuck.
Jim.
I helped you make some of their
Yes,
shirts.
that
Yeah.
guy, the fucking, my dad drunk because he was a pirate. No, he would drink my dad under the table because he was like, man, come on, bring all my rum over. I'm gonna come hang out, smoke cigars. My dad would just be like, oh my god, Jim was like, let's keep going. I can't drink as much rum. The doctor told him to stop because his liver hurt.
Anyway,
Poor liver.
Thank you for joining us this evening. You have a wonderful night, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Boom.
Wednesday.
Goodbye.